A dashboard takes everything we have built, the fundraising report, the program reports, the outcome data, and put it all on one visual screen that your leadership team can monitor at a glance. This is often the thing that gets the most wow reaction when you show it to an executive director or a board. Let's build one. We will cover what a dashboard is, the different component types, how to plan a dashboard layout, then build O Foundation executive dashboard in the org and cover sharing and scheduling. A dashboard in Salesforce is a visual display of multiple report results on a single screen. The foundation of every dashboard component is a report. You build a report first, and then the dashboard pulls the chart or summary from that report and display it as a tile. As you look at this slide, think of each row as answering a different question in the process. Metric gauge is the single KPI spotlight. That is what you look at when you need board and executive quick checks. Bar or column chart is the category comparison. That is what you look at when you need program fund performance analysis. Line chart is the trend over time. That is what you look at when you need monthly momentum tracking. Table component is the detailed top records. That is what you look at when you need operational follow-up. If you remember one thing from this slide, remember that each object has a distinct job. Once that clicks, the rest of the module gets much easier. This comparison is really about choosing the cleaner operating model. On the left, overloaded dashboard usually looks like too many components, mixed audience and goal, and hard to interpret quickly. On the right, focused dashboard looks like 5 to 8 critical component, single audience intent, and clear action from each type. If I were building a team, I would deliberately steer towards the right hand pattern because it creates a more stable process and cleaner records over time. In practice, this is a sequence I would follow. First, define dashboard audience and decisions. Next, confirm source reports are final. Then, assemble balanced component layout. After that, schedule refresh and stakeholder distribution. The reason I like this order is that it keeps the records predictable. Once people start jumping steps, cleanup work usually show up later in the reporting and audit trails. Let's see this in action. Once we go into Salesforce, go to the dashboard tab, then go to the all dashboard. You will see a dashboard over here. Let's pick anyone like a CEO dashboard. Let's say done over here. Let's discard for the time being. Now, this is how the CEO dashboard looks like. It has got widget which tells whether the target has been met or not with respect to the pipeline, with respect to the sales, tells us the cases have come by which particular channel. Now let's take for example, we need to add a new widget to this particular. I'll say edit, say widget, and I want to add a chart or a table. And let's take for example, I want this particular report, which is paid payment for opportunities. Now, since this is a tabular report, we only have a table over here. I'll say add. And this way, a new widget has been added. In case I want to edit the tile, I can edit that. I can say which all columns are needed, what all sorting is needed. If the title I want to change it, I can change that also. Let's say done for the time being. I'm not going to save it. Let's say discard. Then over here, you can either download this or you can subscribe to this particular dashboard also, so that you need not log in into Salesforce to look at the dashboard. You can get it in an email also. You can set it like you need it weekly or you need it daily. At what time of the day you need it, you can set that. Let's go back to presentation. Now let's look at the summary for this particular lesson. A dashboard is a visual at a glance view built from multiple reports. Component types include metrics, charts of various kinds, and tables. Planned by audience first with fewer focus components. Share with appropriate users and roles. Schedule delivery for stakeholders who need regular update. Module 6 is complete. You can now run standard reports, build custom reports for any need, create executive dashboard, and share and schedule them. Just one module is left now, which is administration. We are going to cover permissions, setup, and configuration in the next module.